The Thunder leading by 3. Canner is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Foyle is out there with Roberson. And it's Morrow in the small forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Here's Leonard. That's tipped. Here's Roberson. Covered by Parker. Martin kicks to Parker. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year. But they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27. Had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for Randy Foye. 5 on the clock. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
Waiters, he's checked in for Enes Kanter.
Dion Waiters.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Well, we knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose 1 game, and they're all the way back to 6.
Westbrook, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Back to Adams. Left side Durant. Fades back. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Just such a well-rounded offensive everything.
Kevin Martin on the wing. He dishes it to Leonard. And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 10 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
There's the lob to the hoop. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Adams dishes to Durant. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Goes up. And the dunk by Duncan.
Yes.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. He said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Oklahoma City. San Antonio also making some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Green comes in for Leonard. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Martin. Westbrook can't get it to go. And Andre Miller with the bucket on the assist by Green. And now a 4-point San Antonio lead. They get it back. Westbrook wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Spurs.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Well, the job of penetrating that they've done so far has really been excellent. I mean, they've done a nice job driving to the hoop effectively.
And the Thunder making a change here. Singler's checked in.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Right side, Westbrook. Shot to stop the run. And that's good for two.
Well, he's given himself a chance. 6 shots he's gotten up this quarter, but only able to convert on one.
You know, every friend will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Durant, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Durant. Andre Robertson comes in for Waiters. And it's Foy in for Russell Westbrook. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. West is checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Green. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Miller. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Spurs leading by 7. And Mills kicks to Anderson. Pass to Ibaka. Randy Foy is on the way. Anderson with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Near the three-point line, it's Foy. Good, he hits the jump shot. 1:53 left in the first half of the game. And here's Mills from the arc. Tries again. Diop. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs.
.141 left in the first half. They get it back. Foy from long range.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Ginobili. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Ginobili's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs. Getting back to Diaw, he has a sneaky quick first step. You think he won't or can't blow by you, then suddenly, and you know this, Greg, you're stuck to his hip as he's taking it to the rack for a and one.
You know, he's a bit like Foreman, and I'm not talking about his body type.
Or the grill.
Yeah, you know, Diaw plays with you a little bit, puts that body on you, lulls you to sleep, and wham, shows you up in the worst way.
Here's Ginobili.
goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Here's Ibaka. A three-pointer is right on target. Ibaka's got 6.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, and they're getting trigger happy. You can't win the game with one shot. You've got to vary it up, challenge the defense.
Kanter's shot is off.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence.
The prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Spurs ball. And here's Mills. You know what? And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Spurs out in front. They lead by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Leonard has been playing really well. He has 12 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Martin is out there with Parker. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the 5 down low. And so here is Oklahoma City.
And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent mainly Kevin Durant.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Thunder trailing by 4. Westbrook. The half-court bomb falls off target.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
The Thunder have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. And the 3 ball is good. Westbrook's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Thunder.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one.
The Thunder shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. San Antonio leading. 3-pointer, Martin. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Down low. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Martin. Back to Parker. To the middle. Aldridge double teamed. And Durant sends it back. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
Waiters grabs the miss.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
So it's the Spurs now. They're scoreless since the first half.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Diaw comes in for Tim Duncan. And it's Green in for Leonard. Here's Parker. Aldridge. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with.
And the Spurs making a change here. Mills is checked in. Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes it tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Oklahoma City. And here's Mills from the arc. Morrow with the rebound. Oklahoma City trailing. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Andy Foy, he's checked in for the Thunder. San Antonio also making some changes. West comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Anderson in for Kevin Martin. Spurs shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Diaw, the pass to Mills. And Randy Foy gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
That'll be a 5-second call. Thunder shoot